Hey, Tony Gaston here, popping in for a little episode of Talks with Tony. Now, this is a short email, so shouldn't take us too long. But again, like I told y'all, what I'll be doing is sometimes I'll just teach a lesson that the email inspires, even if it's not too many details in the email. So, may happen today, not sure. Hi, Tony, love your videos. I'm a first-time mom and the father of my child left 4 weeks after my son was born. He ran away to Miami as an escape and is living in an RV while I currently live in North Carolina doing it all on my own. He's extremely unstable, rude, and doesn't take parenting seriously. Why would a man get upset to support his own seed? He grew up in a toxic home. But that's not an excuse. I grew up in a very loving home, and it breaks my heart that my son doesn't have the same level of love that I've always received from both of my parents. I'm 30, he is 31. What kind of man does this? Does this confirm he wasn't loved as a child from his own parents? He's been trying to come back and make things right, but I'm over it. A quality, loving man will never leave this child. Why are some men so broken and selfish? How does a man not care for his own child? Thank you so much. Now see, it's a bigger issue here, and this what I try to tell y'all. And I get this question a lot. What kind of man does this? Newsflash. Breaking news. The man you slept with. The man you chose. The man who showed all of these signs. He didn't just all of a sudden come this distant, non-caring, non-committal, irresponsible runner after the baby was born. You knew all of this before you slept with him. And see, this is the thing right here, is it comes a time. This why I tell y'all. Listen, you have to be responsible for you. Ain't nobody gonna be responsible for you. You have to be responsible for you. There is nothing that you can't. So it's like if I go and I get scammed. If I go out here and I get scammed, that's on me, because I didn't get the knowledge and I didn't pay attention to the signs and I didn't protect myself and I didn't do what I could do to protect myself from being scammed. I didn't do my due diligence. I ain't know what I was doing. I ain't do my checkups. And so I have to now create a barrier to where I have a process. So when you come into this situation, and this talking to men and women, when you come into a situation and you meet somebody, you got to ask you got to look at their relationship resume. You got to ask yourself about this person. You got to see who this person is. So you say he comes from he grew up in a toxic home. Did you not know that before you slept with him? You see what I'm saying? So like Malcolm X said in his movie, just the chickens coming home to roost. This who you slept with. This who you was dealing with. You might have seen it as, oh, he's sexy. Oh, he's spontaneous. Oh, he got an edge to him. Oh, I feel chemistry. And so, oh, I think he liked me. And so now this right here is the result. So what you have to do is now you got to backtrack. You can't feel sorry for yourself, because you have to be able to say, listen, I'm an adult. I got on my back, opened my legs, got pregnant from a man that is not my husband. So I didn't make him go through the process of courting me, getting engaged to me, then marrying me, then being okay to reproduce with him. Instead, I put the cart in front of the horse, So now I'm going backwards, because when the horses get to going, the cart in front of the horse, so the horse finna be pulling the other way. So now I'm going backwards. He's extremely unstable, rude, and doesn't take parenting seriously. Was he not unstable and rude before you slept with him? While you were sleeping with him? You see what I'm saying? So here's the thing. What you doing right here is you deflecting. You putting it all on him. So what that's gonna do? You're gonna be with a second baby daddy and go through the same thing, because you're not accepting any responsibility. So what you have to say is, what kind of woman sleeps with a man that is rude and unstable and won't even marry her? You see what I'm saying? What kind of woman grew up in a very loving home and then doesn't require that the man she's dating has the attributes and the characteristics of her loving parents, so that she can see that they can partner together? But see, this is what we do as humans. We come and we blame everybody else. So what happens is we go through the same thing over and over and over and over, because we didn't look at what we could do differently. I remember a man stole $15,000 from him. You know, he was doing search engine optimization for my website, and I didn't Google search engine optimization and learn about it and learn what's supposed to be done. I didn't go to 2 and 3 other companies to get their pricing. He charged $5,000 a month. So my company paid him the $5,000 a month. Guess what? His company did not do step 1. He said he told my designer to change the meta tag. I didn't check with my designer to make sure the meta tag was changed. Day 90, he said the meta tag was never changed on day 1. But I'm saying, so y'all went 90 days and never thought to check that the meta tag was not changed to see if the site doing anything? And if I mess around and bump into him, it's only going to be the Lord that keep me out of prison. And then another company's got $18,000 from me. Good thing the last $4,000 I paid with American Express, and I was able to make a claim. They built the first version of Tony Gass's Academy. The thing crashed in 2 months. Paid $4,000. That was $14,000. Paid another $4,000. They put me with somebody else talking about she do this, all this, and all that. Thing crashed in 2 weeks. Now, fortunately, it had earned $30,000. So the $18,000 that I had spent got $4,000 back. $14,000 spent. It wasn't a complete wash. But that right there, I didn't do my due diligence. Guess what? I didn't check with 2 or 3 other companies. I just went off one person referral. Both of them people was referred to me by somebody. And them people I ain't do my due diligence. I should have checked with other companies. I should have learned the language. I should have asked them what all projects you done. I should have made sure the projects they done, they could do my project. Get the state of their business, how they business doing. All of that right there, I ain't do that. So guess what? Yes, they got over by charging me for a service that they didn't fully do or complete. They didn't do well, but I now got to learn the lesson, and I got to do my due diligence. Now I got to see and make sure that a person could do what they say they can do. I got to have things in place. It's people who now taking my courses and they going out and teaching all my material in their own courses. That's my fault, because I didn't put enough language in there to let them know, listen, you're going to be sued till your pants fall off if you caught plagiarizing or using any of my content in your courses without written consent, without written permission from me. I ain't have enough language in there. So people getting over. And so what I got to do, I got to change that. I got to put all that in there, make sure it's in there. Now it's in there, they using copyrighted material, but everybody learn from somebody. But I have to put the language in there and create a system to where, hey, if you want to reteach it, just reach out and ask, can you reteach it? We'll check you out, see if you building your brand, if you've invested in yourself, if you ready. If not, we'll let you know you're not ready, and this is what you need to do. And then if you willing to do that, then we can consider that. You see what I mean? So you have to go back to the drawing board. People gonna do nasty stuff. People gonna take advantage of you in life, period. But you have to be responsible for you. That's why you got to get this here knowledge. That's why you got to have boundaries. That's why you got to have standards. That's why you got to have your deal breakers. That's why you got to know exactly what you're looking for in a man. So a man not gonna do what he did, because this man here living in a RV. That right there. And he 31. He shot all the way out. Ain't nowhere in the world this man that shot out and you ain't sense none of this. You ain't see none of these red flags. So now you got to say, okay, you know what? I got to see my son as a blessing. Although he came with a lesson, he is a blessing. I'm about to get myself together and I'm moving on with my life. And I'm the next man, I'm not sleeping with him before X amount of time, or before I feel this, see this, whatever. If that's marriage for you, if you're a heathen, then it ain't gonna be marriage. God bless you. I ain't judging you. Go ahead, right ahead. Catch all you want to catch down there. Have all the kids you want to have. Go right ahead. But if you want to wait on the Lord and do it the right way and don't keep making the mistake all the rest of us made, then that's what you ought to do. And you set that standard, and hey, let what come, let it come. Now see, I done seen virgins save themselves until marriage, give their virginity to their husband, and then be divorced in a year or 2 or 3. But guess what? The same reasons why they got divorced is this: he showed all the same signs before marriage. But the women overlooked it. Oh, that's just men. No, that ain't just men. That's your grown boy. That ain't just men. That's your grown boy. Let's be clear. That's your man that's acting a donkey. That ain't all men. So he insecure. He jealous. He controlling. He's a liar. You know, he 4'11", 30 years old, already the bald head, lost all his hair. He's going through things. This man, you cannot ignore if this man done lost all his hair before 35. I lost my hairline. Listen, that's traumatic. We struggle. We go through. Why you think I got this hat on? Hairline acting crazy. And so we go through. And so, and now, fortunately, I'm 5'10", so that helped me out a little bit. But I'm still under the 6 foot cutoff. I struggled. So you got to look at. So when I first met my wife, she left me in the first 3 months because she said, "Hold on, but you asking a little too many questions. You a little too forceful. It's too much checking in. I'm grown. Why you trying to check in too much?" It wasn't really all that. It was just really we had soul ties with our exes too, but that was the real underlying reason. But at the same time, still, I wasn't no dream. I was a representative. Then my insecurity started to show. Then it was like, oh, is this really worth cutting off my ex for? You see what I'm saying? You start to have them thoughts. And so when you meet this man, when you done got the knowledge, now you know what a confident man look like. Now this man could be 5'4" and be confident. He could be 5'4" and bald head, not shaved it bald, hair loss, and confident. Man of God, all that. But you got to look at the characteristics. He getting an attitude for no reason. He flying off the handle. He questioning you all left and right, up and down, top to bottom, center, middle. All that right there. Now you see, oh, something off with this boy here. You know what? Got to go. Got to go. You need to lean. You need to lean on the everlasting arm of the Lord, cause I ain't got the time. Getting a hell mouse, cause you like to play too much. You act like a mouse. You see what I'm saying? Got to go. I'm gone. You have to recognize the red flags, and if you see them, you call. You don't want to just walk away. You call them out. When you call him out, he need to change them. If he don't change them, you shouldn't be down there open sesame. You down there open sesame and he's still rude, still nasty, still flaky, still inconsistent. Come on now. You got to do better. Hey, y'all, God bless you. You know, I had my workout this morning, fasted cardio. I'm doing basketball training right now, trying to get this here stomach off of me, because got to go to Jamaica soon with my business partner, taking his friends, you know, me and my wife and stuff to Jamaica to celebrate his birthday. So I need to build out. And right now I just got 2 abs, but it's really just, you know, flaps of skin under my chest. So I'm trying to get me at least 4 abs. Want to have at least 4. And so I did a fasted cardio, and I have not eaten. I forgot to eat. You know, I'm home alone, kids in school, my wife doing her, you know, woman routine stuff, and, you know, eyelashes or whatever, nails, or at women's clinic and stuff like that. So she's doing all her appointments. So I've been home, and sometimes I be working, trying to get through email, trying all this. Everybody who wrote in to AskTonyGadsden.com, the site, it just is glitching. So when you get your email, your confirmation email, just forward it on to that email address that's in there. And because it's been glitching, and I see it, I got to log into the system to see your question. So sometimes I ain't been seeing it. So y'all understand that. But I need to go ahead and get me something to eat. So this video here a little short. But Lord willing, after I eat, I could shoot the next topic. But for this topic right here, sister, he just being the man that he was when you met him. That's all this is. He being the man that he was when you met him. That the type of man that do what he doing is the type of man that you chose to date. The type of man that you ignored the red flags on. So now you got to look at all this, write it all down. Get your notebook, write it all down. Get it in you so you know what he looked like, what this type of man look like, talk like, act like, walk like, everything like. So now when you see him again, I remember you, got to go. You look familiar, got to go. You see what I'm saying? And you go on about your business. Don't you know, you can't, if you just dump it all on him. What kind of man do this? The kind of man that you sleep with before marriage. The kind of man that you sleep with unprotected before marriage. The kind of man that you conceive a child with before marriage. That kind of man. You see what I'm saying? The kind of man that's rude and nasty and flaky. That kind of man. That's what kind of man does that. And now the question is, how does a man not care for his own child? What you got to realize is a lot of men don't care for themselves. A lot of men feel so low self-esteem, so insignificant, because most men equate their net worth with their self-worth. So a lot of men don't even have those kind of feelings turned on. And he never turned those feelings on for you. You was just a hole that he could deposit himself into. And his actions, his tone of voice, his conversation showed you that and told you that, but you ignored it because you thought that's just a man. No. A real man is gentle in his strength. A real man's strength is his gentleness. He gonna feel like he loving you, catering to you. His words making love to you. He making love to your mind, not just your body. You gonna feel secure emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. You gonna feel secure, and you gonna feel washed with love. You're gonna feel at peace. You're gonna feel whole. That's what real love does. If you don't have that feeling, then you don't have love. So if that man is not exhibiting that feeling, he not giving you that, that's the type of man that will abandon you. That's the type of man that only cares about himself, and he just using you for his fix, for his little high. That's the kind of man you dealing with. So you have to look at a man energy, his conversation, How does he talk to you? How does he treat you? Does he keep his word? Is he consistent? Does he go the extra mile? Is he thoughtful? Is he selfless? If he, all of those things, a man of morals and integrity, if he has those things, then he will be an amazing husband, an amazing father. And not just if he has those things in the first 3 months, so you jump on your back doing acrobatics, but he's consistent 12 months straight. He's been 10 toes down, consistent, a good man. He might slip up and catch a little attitude one day, but he catches himself, and you don't see that no more. You know, he checking himself. He's apologetic. When he does something wrong, he checks himself, and then he comes back and he can apologize to you. That is a real man. If you don't have that, you don't have a real man. So you have the type of man that will cheat on you, eat on you, leave you, abandon you. You hear me? That's the kind of man you got. So you have to make sure that everything line up. Okay, a leopard not gonna have stripes. A zebra not gonna have spots. You see what I'm saying? So you have to look at his characteristics, his personality traits, and you ask yourself, does this match with someone who is reliable, responsible, and trustworthy? Or does this match with someone who is a liar, a cheater, a loser, a leaver? You see what I'm saying? Because it's going to show you. It's going to show you. It's just like when you watching my videos and I'm coming on here and I'm trying to show up every day. Am I yelling at you? Am I cursing at you? Am I calling you out your name? Am I purposely trying to make you feel worthless and like trash? Am I purposely trying to make you feel like God don't love you and like you just need to give up? No, when I'm talking to you, it's coming from a place of love, brotherly love, tough love, real love. It's coming from a place, it's going to hurt. The truth going to hurt you before it help you, but it's going to come from a place that I want to see you win and I want to see you better. And I could go and do something else, but I'm coming on here to do this. And I'm doing this, and yeah, YouTube put ads on there, but I could go make money a million different kind of ways. I could just go do speaking engagements. I ain't got to answer nobody question. I could just go write books. My publisher waiting on me to submit my next book right now so they can accept or deny it. And if they deny it, then I could self-publish. I could just write books and don't do answer no questions. You want to hear from me? Here go a book. Everybody just get the book. I ain't answer no question. I ain't doing nothing. But you see what I'm saying? You will know the tree by the fruit it bears. None of us can hide. We all a window. Everybody a window. And you know what? No, I'm not bragging on myself. I'm confident and I'm bragging on the change that the Lord has made in my life. The way I could come here and have peace answering the same type of question every single day. The way the Lord can give me peace, the way I can have fun doing it. The way I can enjoy doing it. And when I get drained, I still could do a video in the midst of being drained and laugh about it. Make a joke about it. Because that's where the change comes in. So you have to get to the place in life to where you get that feeling to where you know you where you're supposed to be. You with who you're supposed to be with. You doing what you're supposed to be doing. And it feel right. It feel good. Hey, this is Tony Gaskin. God bless you. We'll talk soon. I said I was finna go. I looked up. It was 17 minutes. It's 24 minutes. What time is it? I was finna roll. I gotta go. God bless you. We'll talk soon.